Okay. Let's hear now from our 2014 NASCAR Sprint Cup Series champion, tonight's race runner-up, and it's Kevin Harvick. And as I told him out in the lobby, he's been a super champion for NASCAR. And Kevin, congratulations and our appreciation for the way you've represented the sport. He drives the number 4 Budweiser Jimmy John's Chevrolet for Stewart-Haas Racing. And Kevin, certainly you gave it all you had out there tonight. Just came up a little short.
Yeah, just really proud of everybody on our team. We were definitely a little bit off tonight, and we just kept throwing stuff at it, and you know, we never really found anything that really helped the car that was like, oh man, that's what we needed right there. So I thought there at the end that the restart we might do a little better than that, but obviously either the splitter was on the ground or the car was just tighter than it probably needed to be, and I couldn't hustle it and got it tight and got it up the racetrack and got behind. So 18 car, he just had us beat all night for the most part, and you know, as the night went, I just couldn't find anywhere that would make the car run better. The higher I would run, the looser it would get. I'd get on the seams and then push the front and then slide the back, and so just never could find anything. So it's been a great couple years, and I know we're disappointed about finishing second tonight, but it's kind of the theme of the year, finishing second. So unfortunately, you know, it's just one short, but all in all, it's been a great couple years, and couldn't be prouder of our bunch of guys.
We'll take a few questions now for Kevin. If you have one, raise your hand. Try to limit it to one question per person. Raise your hand, and we'll bring you the wireless mic. Who has a question? We'll go with Kaylee right there in the middle, and then over to Kyle.
Kaylee Davis, ESPN.com. Kyle was on television you were watching, and he said, "This is so cool," and then he let out a little yell. And I saw you kind of smile a little bit. Did you smile because you're a little bit happy for Kyle, or because it brought back memories of how happy you were last year?
It's just exciting. You know, I think when you race your whole life and you accomplish what you've raced for your whole life, it's exciting. So, you know, I've been fortunate to experience that last year and know that feeling and know how gratifying that is. So, you know, it's fun to see that excitement. He's had you know, he broke his leg at Daytona, and to come back from everything that he came back from it's like I told you guys 3 or 4 days ago. I mean, there's 4 phenomenal stories that were sitting up on the stage, probably 3 that were much more exciting than mine. But you know, that's a great comeback story from where he was after Daytona.
Let's go to Kyle and then to Jenna.
Kyle Mack, the Race Chaser Online. Kevin, can you just talk about the racing tonight? I know tonight was the last race with the current rules package, and are you happy that it's gone now, or just maybe a little disappointed just from all the wins that you had this season?
Honestly, I hadn't even really thought about it, to tell you the truth. You know, you put so much effort into what you do currently and the things that it's really just another race right now, and you know, it's gone, and we'll be working on 2016. You know, as soon as we get back to the shop. So it's I don't know if it was a good or bad race. I'd have to go back and watch it. You know, we struggled, so it wasn't as much fun as it probably could have been. But you know, I don't know the answer to that.
Go ahead, Jenna.
Jenna Fryer, AP. Kevin, I don't want to say that your and Kyle's careers are parallel, but you both sort of have had to overcome things to get to the point to become champions. You are someone who has had issues with Kyle in the past. Did you ever think that he could grow up enough and make it this far and get to this place?
You know, I think as you go through time in general, as a person, you mature and you get more mature through time, whether you're doing dumb things at the racetrack or not, and learn from those things. Those obviously are unfortunately part of our life lessons, some more than others, and I think, you know, Kyle and I have definitely been on that side of it. But you know, I think you see that little guy that he holds in his arms, and you know, it puts things in a different perspective. It used to be, you know, you didn't want to have kids because it took the fire out of you from driving a car, and now it's, you know, it seems to have calmed a lot of us down to the point where we can focus and do the things that we need to do to concentrate on our job. So, you know, he's overcome a lot, but man, he's still pretty young. When you really look back at it, I think he's 30 years old. Yeah. So I mean, it seems like he's matured a lot, and he has, but he's still pretty young. I don't have that excuse.
We'll take one more question for Kevin. We'll take it from Kenny Bruce right here. And then we'll excuse Kevin and hear from Martin.
Kenny Bruce, NASCAR.com. Kevin, to have the issues that you guys had, not being able to put the power down, things like that you mentioned out there, what does it say about the fact that you were able to finish second and run as well as you guys did? Even though you didn't get the
Yeah, I kept looking in the mirror and I'm like, man, my car is absolutely doesn't feel great at all. And I never saw anybody in the mirror. So I was like, it was a handful and sliding all over the place. So I think it says a lot about our team and the fact that they kept fighting. Our guys on pit road did a great job all night. We were able to maintain or gain track position all night long, and our car fired off good. We were able to go through traffic good at the beginning, but as the night went, it seemed like the 18 got better, and we just got we didn't get any better. We just stayed the same and never could fix the problems that we had.
Well, Kevin Harvick, congratulations on a super season in 215, and thanks for being such a good champion for NASCAR. Thank you. Okay, our next championship Ford driver coming in 12th tonight, Martin Truex Jr. He's the driver in number 78, Furniture Row Denver Mattress Chevrolet for Furniture Row Racing. Martin, I know you're disappointed. You didn't get the prize you were wanting to get, but what a super season the number 78 team had.
Yeah, obviously a little disappointed in the way we ran this weekend. Just never could quite hit on anything to get the car to do the things we needed it to. So not from a lack of effort. The guys really put a lot of effort in to bring this car here, and really throughout the weekend we tried a lot and we worked really hard on it, and we didn't have much speed in practice, and we changed a lot last night on it, trying to kind of go a different direction. Just never could quite hit on it. So a little disappointed in our run, but super proud of our season, and really proud to come this far. To come from 24th in points last year to 4th this year is it's a pretty big step, and I don't think most people realize just how big of a deal it is and how hard it was for us to get that far. So really proud of Joe and Barney and just everybody at our team, everybody back in Denver. Got to thank everybody obviously at ECR for great engines, and everybody at RCR for the past 2 years. The alliance we had with those guys worked really well, and really want to say thank you to them for treating us like one of their own. And that's about it. Just a little disappointed in the way we ran here. This used to be a really good track for me. In the past 2 races, it's just been a struggle. So hopefully we can figure it out and be back in this position next year, and try to figure out a way to battle for this thing.
We'll take a few questions for Martin. If you have one, raise your hand. Questions for Martin Truex. We'll go right here with Kenny.
Kenny Bruce, NASCAR.com. Martin, were you surprised that you guys made as many changes overnight to the car?
Not really, just because of the fact that we were racing 3 other guys, and we knew all 3 of them were better than us yesterday, and without we really felt like without trying something quite different, we weren't going to get there, because we had tried so many different things throughout practice, different packages to try to get the feel or get some grip in the car. It just was never there for us. So we figured we had to take a big swing at it, and honestly, I don't think it was really any worse than it was in practice. We just could never quite hit on it. It's like no matter what we did, it wouldn't turn, and it you couldn't use the throttle at all either. So it was we fought both problems all weekend, and really, if we could have maybe made some gains on at least one of the problems, we might have been a little better. We just we couldn't get it to do anything we wanted. So a little frustrated in that, but great effort, and I guess you'll have days like these. Just unfortunate it was when everything was on the line.
Let's go to Jim Utter there in the middle.
Jim Utter, Motorsport.com. Martin, I'm sure there'll be some people who say, hey, Furniture Row Racing, they ought to be happy that they got here. But I suspect that what you guys have accomplished this season will probably only inspire you that you could do more. And will that be the attitude that you kind of take back into the start of next season?
Well, for sure. I mean, we were definitely up against a lot here. The odds were against us for sure, but obviously really proud of everybody, like I said, and we didn't come here saying we were going to be okay finishing fourth. We came here and really tried everything in our power, everything we knew how to do to put together our best performance. It just wasn't in the cards for us. So I think this is great motivation for us for next year. I think that with the things we have coming and the going to Toyota and teaming up with JGR and all that stuff, I think the future is bright for this team, and we're keeping all our guys together. And hopefully this is our first season battling for a championship, but not our last. I really feel strong that this is a special group of guys, and if we can keep that together for hopefully the rest of my career, I'd love to drive for them. So we'll just have to wait and see what happens. You never know what the future holds, but excited already about next year, and I think we'll be back here in mid-December testing already for next year. So not a whole lot of rest, and looking forward to spending a week or so down here relaxing and have a few beers, catch a few fish, and really just let it all soak in on what we've been able to accomplish. And I'm really proud of everybody on our team.
Go ahead, right there.
Martin, Bill Honeyke, Asbury Park Press. Talk about your pit stop strategy, especially you went with 2 tires quite a few times, but then you went with 4 in the last stop. How did that hold?
Yeah, we did. We were just trying. We had to try something. We weren't getting anywhere. We made just about every adjustment we could possibly make on a race car, and never really seemed like we could find that speed. So we were just taking some gambles. We did 2 early, and it worked out for us pretty well. We did 2 later on, and the race went green a little longer than we hoped, and we probably lost 2 spots because of it. But at the end, I think all in all, at the end of the day, we net we kind of ended up where we should have. We just didn't have the speed, so we were trying to gamble on some things and trying to get some track position any way we could. Just couldn't hang on to it.
Got time for one more question for Martin. Anyone with a question for Martin Truex Jr.? Well, Martin, congratulations on an outstanding season in 2015, and we know that you will be back competing again for a championship next season.
Thank you. Thanks, everybody. Have a good off season.